but like they changed their paintbrush. A game P-Leaf got sponsored for, but the first time I opened it, I had to Control-Alt-Delete, just the loudest in the world. Oh, why do games do that? That's so weird. All right, let's do this new Our Life Now and Forever. Welcome to Our Life Now and Forever demo. This is a preview that includes the beginning of the game and a preview of some later events. Expansions and improvements to this game will come out as time goes on. For example, the finished version will have partial voice acting. This demo doesn't have any... Wait, did they have voice acting in the other Our Life? I genuinely can't remember. I only remember my voice acting. The art looks more late 1900s anime to me so far. Late 1900s? Really? I'm not complaining. I love the art. When this game is complete, the entire story will be playable from start to end for free! And that's why we love this game. Visual novel of the year. However, optional paid DLCs will be available, and I will buy them. I remember Baxter's voice begrudgingly. Wait, really? I think they probably did have like one-liners. Oh wait, no, there was voices because Cove would say... He would call me Nicholas. Nicholas! Yeah, I remember that. He would like read out your name. There was like a bajillion versions of your name. I wonder if they do that here too. I will pay for all DLCs for this game because they deserve all of the support in the world. The very start is a brief tutorial that will be skippable in future playthroughs. It'll help you get acquainted with all the many ways your choices can impact how the game plays. At any time, you can press the Pref button on the left side of the game screen to open the settings page and make the experience better suited for you. You can change the text size, font style, sound volume levels, turn the light animation elements on or off, and other general options. The Our Life Story Now and Forever spans 12 years. Wait, how many years was the original one? I think it was more than that, actually. Actually, no, maybe not. It might have been the same. Because they started at like 13, and then we were like 20 or something by the end. Or wait, how old were we when we got married? I don't remember. Shit, I don't know. We got kind of married young. What the hell? Anyway, with the character you play as beginning as a 10-year-old child and ending as a 20-year-old adult. Wow, they kind of spoiled that a bit. But anywho, I'm kind of curious because, like, you guys know we had Mr. Cliff last time, so I'm wondering who the thirst trap here is gonna be. We had Cliff and Kyra. Those two are going to be very hard to replace. Original, I think, was right around 12 years, very close. Wow, you have such a good memory. But the number of years doesn't matter as much as the number of dollars. How much do we get? Yeah, I was going to mention that too. I was like, how are we going to meet our neighbor this time? Or like, I'm assuming it's kind of a similar story, like neighbor story. I think I read that's kind of how it goes, but are we going to get paid to be their friend again? We shall see. Anyways, these time periods are referred to as steps 1 to 4. This demo contains scenes from childhood and a brief look into adolescence. You'll be able to determine almost everything about the playable character: name, appearance, personality, pronouns, skills, weaknesses, how they act and what they feel, and more. And all those details can change as you grow over the course of the game. However, they won't be forgotten. Who you are and who you were is remembered by the game and the characters you meet. Choices you picked in step 1 can still be referenced all the way in step 4. It builds together. I love this game. This game is so good. The goal of Our Life is to let you truly live your own unique life in the quaint mountain town of Golden Grove. Is our new man's name gonna be Grove instead of Cove? That'd be kind of crazy. Okay, but there are also 2 lead characters who will grow up alongside your own MC. Oh my gosh, Ryan, thank you so much. Ohio, hope you are having a good stream. Thank you, I'm having a great stream.
I hope you are having a good stream so far, smiley face.
Aw, that's very kind. I hope you're having a lovely day. Thank you for the 9 months. Thank you for your company and supporting my channel. It means a lot. Grove Cove. I know, wouldn't that be kind of I would not hate that, actually. It would be nice, a nice little relation to the first Our Life. I don't know if Grove is a good name, though. That must be an in-joke they made for the people who played the first game. I hope it is. I'm over here laughing about it. So I hope it is. But there are also 2 lead characters who will grow up alongside your own MC, Tamarack Bowman and Chulin. You'll have the option of being their friend, pursuing one romantically. I have choices. I can marry one and friend zone the other. Last time I only had one choice. Okay, actually that's a lie. We did have Baxter, but I wouldn't count him, and also the sports kid whose name I forget, but I also wouldn't pick him. Okay, anyway. You'll have the option of being their friend, pursuing one romantically, just having them be people you know, letting your connection change over time, and so on. I love this. This is great. Your relationship is customizable and progresses at whatever rate you want it to. If you want it to. Though there are a couple limits to what you can do. Ah, I skipped a dialogue. Is there a back button? Log. You can't date them both or break up with one after officially getting together. If you've had a lead become your romantic partner, that's permanent. Okay, so we can't change our mind. It's a serious decision. Tamarack is a little girl. I don't know how I feel about the name Tamarack. Doesn't that word mean something? Does Tamarack mean something? Well, maybe it's a place. I don't know, but I'm not sure how I feel about that name, but I guess we could be called like Tam, or Tammy. I don't know. We'll say it'll grow on me. You only had one choice. It pretty much was just Cove. Tamarack is a little girl with she/her pronouns when you meet her. She identifies as a woman who uses she/her pronouns. Oh, I guess there's probably like a girl and a guy option. I don't know. Chu begins the story as a little boy who has he/him pronouns but questions their gender as the years go by. Ooh. Chu will ultimately come out as gender fluid. Hey, they're spoiling the story! How dare they? They just spoiled that. Tamarack with no K is a financial services provider. Monkas. I still get emails from them? Oh no. Tutorial spoiler. That's kind of fucked up. But I'm sure it's important information. Okay, choose pronouns are only they, them in step 2. They use he, they in step 3. What? They better stop spoiling everything. Now and Forever does not include the option to romance a strictly male identifying character, but we do have another game, Our Life Beginning Always, if that's your preference. Oh, okay. So if I don't want like a gender fluid person, I don't have an Wait, if I don't want a non-gender fluid male, there is no option. Is that what I think that's what they're saying? There will be other characters to interact with and befriend besides Tamarack and Chu, though those 2 are the main focal points. How well you get along with the other kids, your teachers, your mom, and so on is still in your control. With those basics mentioned, basics and spoilers, the tutorial will move on to a new screen now to explain another major gameplay element. The first thing you'll do in Our Life Now and Forever is design the appearance and basic details of your character. You'll soon be able to, you'll be able to select a first name, last name, and add a nickname too. You can also give your MC their general size, choose their dominant hand, and so on. Why do I need to know my dominant hand? And why is my brain going to lewd places? The gender of the MC is customizable as well. That'll be addressed more later. The remaining parts of this section are all the many ways you can edit the appearance of your character. Okay. Sounds fun. A cute dress-up doll icon is included to give an idea of what your player character looks like. You can change every aspect of the doll, from the shape of the head and the eyes, to the hairstyle, to the coloring of each element, to what they wear. Have a good shower, Tom. Everyone wish Tom a good shower. They didn't spoil if our love interest has any hot parents. We still have much to learn. You're right. That's the most important information that we will maybe be learning today. The customization can be extra unique by having the hair and or eyes be 2 different colors, tweaking the exact tint of the colors, flipping the direction of different elements, and more. There's even one special tint that allows you to exactly match the hair and color of your biological mom in the story. Oh, that's cute. They're so like thoughtful about stuff like that. You can stick to preset options if you're happy with them or want to go through the customization faster. You can even randomize the MC and go with what chance gives. What you choose will be referenced in the script, and the icon image you put together will appear on the text box when your character speaks, unless you turn that element off. The game has a first-person perspective, so you don't see your MC standing alongside the non-playable characters in the normal character sprite style. The first round of designing will set some important basics, like eye color and skin tone, that will never change for the rest of the story, but almost everything else can be altered eventually. You'll be able to change your first name, nickname, pronouns, hairstyle, what they wear, add scars. Right, Nicholas got a lot of scars by the end of our life, beginning and always. I think he started off... Actually, he might have started off with scars, but then I kept adding more and more. And I don't know if we ever came up with a reason why, but it's fine. It just looked cool. Along with a major recustomization sections at the start of the steps, multiple times during each step, you'll also be able to alter just the clothes of your MC. Oh, right. Wait, no, I just remember altering the clothes of Cove, but not myself. So cool. Yeah, there's fashion. If you want your MC's outfit to be simple for exploring outside and nicer when they go to school, you'll be able to do that. Oh my gosh. This is the Nikki update. New decoration options such as facial piercings will become available once your character has gotten older. That's everything for this initial screen, so we'll let you begin. More tutorial sections will pop up as you reach new gameplay features. Thank you so much for playing. We hope you have fun. I'm gonna have a blast. Okay, we get to make our character. These all look the same. Oh, okay. Never mind. They did for a moment. All right, we like a nice pointy chin. Okay, so far, is it done on purpose that they made this default character look like Cove? Also, I'm not sure what I'm gonna make. I don't want to make Nicholas again because he married Cove. We can't have Nicholas marrying anyone else. So, do I just make Nikki? Or I could make... I don't know. Do I make a new character? And make a new persona? Question mark. What else can Nikki be? Nicole. Colette. I don't know. Hi, B-Dub. Happy Waddle Dee Wednesday. Thank you for the lurk. Good luck with the character. Thank you. I need it. I appreciate that. There are many Zoldyck siblings. True. I need a name, though. Well, I guess we'll see. Right, I forgot that we were Nicholas Zoldyck. Maybe this time I should be Zenin. Nicholas Zenin. Because Nicholas Zoldyck had one sister, and we remember her very well. So now I can be Nicholas from another family. So I'm still Nicholas. Wait, I could also be Nikki. I think you can be a girl or a guy. I had a very dear friend born Nicole. She chose to go by Coley. Oh, I like that. I like the unconventional nickname choices. Because I think most people assume like Nicole is Nikki or something. I'm kind of into these sleepy looking eyes. These kind of look even sleepier though. Base, eyes, hair. Okay. Yeah, they really started us off with the cove look. I'm pretty sure that was intentional. Okay, we could be a girl. Okay, maybe I should be a girl. Because last time I was a guy. That's quite the hairstyle right there. Wow, they have so many. Wow, look at this. Oh, you can change the front and the back. Oh, it's one of those. Okay. Wow. Okay, well, you know what? Whatever hair I pick is going to determine what gender I am. This one's kind of cool. I also like this, but not with that back. That hair in the back. This one's cute. This might be... Okay, I'm assuming all the hairstyles change as you grow up. I might be a guy, because this looks like a good guy haircut. Not seeing any cute girl haircuts. Why do we look like Cove right now? What the fuck? Man. And Nicholas was adopted. This could be a long-lost biological sibling. I'm tearing up already. Ooh, that would be cool. Then we can make Our Life the spin-off written by Nikki and Eric. I'll share it in their Discord. They probably have a fan... I think they have a fan fiction section. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, maybe I should... Okay, hold on. Because I have display capture on. It's gonna flash like that whenever I tab away. So I'll capture the game the good old-fashioned way. Boom. Alright. This I like. This is okay. I've lost my mouse though. What happened here? Did I ever have a mouse? Oh, there we go. Wait, no, we lost our mouse again. Did we ever have a mouse? I'm starting to be confused. That's a nice look. Oh, there's our mouse again. Okay, weird. Ooh, I like this. Okay, I think we definitely lost our mouse though. I swear we had one earlier on today. But thankfully things highlight as I hover them. Link hair color. Nah. I want black hair. Oh no, I accidentally changed the front of my, or the back of my hair. Ah, what have I done? Hold on, I might need to reset, because what the fuck happened to my mouse? This is the impossible challenge right now. I captured the game and then my mouse disappeared. Ah, the sigh. That should be it. What? Still showing Steam? Question mark. There we go. Okay. New game. Wait, is there really no mouse? Was I using a key? Where did my mouse go? Wait, hold on. Hold on a second. Is it because I did game capture? Oh my god, I think it is. That's so weird. Okay, I guess we stick with display capture then. When I changed it to window capture, my mouse disappeared. But anyway, I do remember what I chose. Wait, actually, let's look at the other color. Okay, kind of like that. We picked these eyes. The hair we had chosen. Sometimes when we capture, we are captured in return. We definitely were just now, because what the fuck? That was kind of nuts. Link hair color? No. No. Okay. We could do... Oh. Why do I feel like nothing is changing here? Nope. No, no, no. Just try to make this as black as possible, but I'll take this. Close. It's not black, but I'll take it. Accessories. Wait, did I miss anything here? Oh, eye color. I always like to have fun with this one. I think Nicholas had yellow eyes. So maybe we'll do green here. Ooh, green looks cute. Whatever this is, taupe? I don't know what you call that color. I like the green. If you have two of them at 0, changing that one of them won't matter. I don't know, I don't know which one is which though. It didn't seem, I don't know, it didn't feel, what's the word? Logical, or like what I'm used to. Ooh, is this our outfit? Oh, look at these. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, we're a boy. Little bow tie. Oh, the little bow tie is so cute. The little sailor thing. Okay, with a bow tie, I kind of look like a snooty son of a bitch. Is that what I'm going for? I'm not sure. Ooh, a necktie? Nah, bow tie, bow tie. The vest is also kind of cute. What's another name that can be Nick, that has Nick in it but isn't Nicholas? Is there another name? Preferably a male name. Makoko Tai is well known for that snooty tuxedo. At certain points in the story, you may want to dress your character in a special clothing that reflects their cultural heritage. This demo doesn't include such a moment, but you can still take a look at what options are currently available. More clothing options, as well as information on the currently available options, will be added in the future. Okay. Overlayer. Okay, wait. Underlayer. Wait. I did underlayer. I'm so confused right now. Okay, special layer. Ooh. What's the most Filipino looking one? Probably this, but it's not. It's black. We're gonna be a little Filipino boy. What about Nikola? Like Tesla? Oh yeah. It's probably just fancy Nicholas, but still. That's a good one. What's this? It's a visual, it's a demo for a visual novel. It's like their second one, but I played their first visual novel and was in love with it, so I'm really excited about this one. But welcome back. How was the gym? I feel like this is probably the closest thing to a Filipino. Or this, but it has suspenders on it. So I'm gonna go with this. This is overlayer. This is when I want to be warm. Ooh, the fur jacket for sure. Fur collar. Ooh, we have an even more fur collar. Wait, I just look like Squall from Final Fantasy VIII now. Unintentional. Okay, I like this one more though. Head accessories. Wait, was I supposed to pick one of each, or was I just supposed to pick like one for each occasion? I don't know, but I like this one the best, so I'm gonna keep this. Head accessories. I don't know if I want anything. What the fuck are these? We'll take that off. Yeah. Glasses. Nah, we look too snooty with glasses. Let's not do that. We're already looking snooty and smug with that smile, so. Earrings. Fuck it, I'll do earrings as a little boy. I'll fucking do it. We'll do... Okay, you can barely even see them. We'll do star earrings. Cute. Bandages. Oh my gosh, we can have the start of our scars. Oh, or we could have all of these. Jesus. The neck one's kind of... We need a lore. Oh, if you click it again, you can switch sides. We need a lore for the scar. I don't really like the way the band-aid looks. Neck one makes me uncomfortable, yeah. Maybe we could say it's like a... I don't know. Medical procedure. I don't know what medical procedure you have there. Unless we're doing Twilight Eel, yeah. I mean, I was kind of going... I mean, you know how all my characters end up looking kind of vampire-y. So it could be, you know, that could be it. I'm trying to think of a way that the neck bandage works. But maybe we'll just skip the band-aid. Maybe it's a skip the band-aid angle. Oh, here, we can just do scars. Yeah, fuck the band-aid. Let's just go straight for scars. Okay. Fuck it. Oh shit, we're doing them all? What is it? Oh, the neck scar? Wait, what the fuck is? Shit. Yeah, that's for the time that I almost had my throat slit. I'm only like 5 years old though. Should I do the neck scar? Why would I have one of these? Oh gosh. Okay, I do like this one. I do like this one. This one seems to show more, so Actually, I kind of like this because it looks like maybe I'm trying to hide it with my bangs. Right? Neon! Hello! I love that emote. How are you? How was your day at work? Happy Wednesday. I'm just trying to figure out how the neck scar works. Maybe we were... Our pet cat that we loved didn't like us carrying them, and it just scratched us with its back foot on the neck. And now we have a giant scar there. Just left, so I'm kind of lurking until I get home. Drive safe, Neon. And congrats on making it through your day. I'm gonna keep the neck scar there and see if I can think of any ways that this can work. Okay, we've got birthmark. Wow, we got birthmark. Oh, I forgot it flips. I actually know someone with this exact birthmark, I think. Does anyone here have a birthmark? I kind of have one on like my hip, but it's nothing crazy. Ooh, we can do vitiligo or vitiligo or whatever, however you pronounce this. Wow, look at that being all inclusive, but it looks weird with the blush. Well, actually, no, it doesn't. Well, actually, it does, because the way the blush is just a circle, so it just looks like it's... I don't know, it just looks like it's mismatched. If it was like an actual blush that faded, I think it might look less weird. I kind of like it. But can I get rid of the blush, though? I would like it if I could get rid of the blush. Maybe that's an option later. Ooh, we can do a mole. How was your day, Nikki? My day was good. My day was pretty good. Nothing out of the ordinary, but... They had breakfast this morning, but I did not expect them to serve a cold quiche. Was it bad? I do love a quiche. I had a birthmark actually right where that neck scar is. It faded when I hit teens. Oh, wow. Haven't thought of it in decades? Dang. Maybe this scar is just a birthmark. I need more lore ideas for that neck scar. For now, it's the cat scratched us on the neck. As for the eye scar, it's, we were fighting, we encountered a giant eagle when we were an infant, and it tried to pick us up, and its talon grazed us in the eye instead. But we were saved. Yeah, I live a pretty cool life as a little kid. These are all moles you can't see. I kind of have this mole. Maybe we should do a bunch of moles. I kind of want to do the vitiligo or however you say it. I kind of want to do that, but I just don't want the blush. Can we get rid of the blush? I'll do it. Freckles? Oh, that's acne. That's funny. They have acne as an option. That's cute. Wait, did people have acne? Okay, actually, no. I don't think I started getting acne until I was like 15. And then it just went... It peaked when I was like 20. And then it just never ended. The eagle was a warning from America for this year. That eagle. Because... So is there no way for me to get rid of the blush? No. Pretty scarry. Acne started hard in teens for me too. I think here I'm supposed to be 12 or 13, which I guess is 9th grade, but I don't think I had acne yet then. At least I don't remember. Wait, I would have actually loved to use this, but it's okay. Picture. Choose background. Hold up. I can choose the background? We're gonna do the neighborhood. Okay, I chose it. Choose expression. Wait. Oh wait, that you mean it's not even blush? I can add even more blush. What the fuck? Okay, well if I can add more blush, I might as well go full send, you know? Oh, I can change my eyebrows! It's a miracle on earth! Oh my god! Oh, not the curious eyes. Momo! Such a cute game. It is. It is. I recommend. Long time no see. I know. How have you been? What have you been up to? I still get acne sometimes. Oh, I literally have a fucking giant pimple right now. 12 is 6th grade for America. 12. I'm trying to remember. I thought 13 was 9th grade. Aren't you 13 when you're in 9th grade or something? Or am I making that up? I don't know. My memory of childhood is very skewed. Thank you for the hydrate, Tom. Well, I think you might be right. No, I think 13 is 7th grade. Because 13, the movie, which is like a movie about 13-year-olds doing drugs and having sex, that came out when I was 13. And I remember that being like when I was still in middle school. So actually, yeah, that is how I'm remembering that. 13 came out when I was 13. Does anyone know that movie? That movie was such a big deal in my generation because when it came out, all of the girls were like kind of loved that movie, or like, I don't know if they idolized it, but they like looked like they loved that movie. It was a good movie to them. But the movie was literally about 13-year-olds like doing drugs and having sex. And it was received very well. Living, been working, going outside. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, that's a tough one. 1 year? Oh my goodness. Hugs to you. Hugs to Momo. Admit to watching that movie. Lots of people watched that movie, Eric, and that was a huge cultural phenomenon in my generation. Wow. I hope you're doing all right, Momo. I'm gonna go with probably this. Is this the basic one? Why do I look so darn smug? It's when I can change the mouth. Oh, I kind of like this. I look like I'm on the verge of tears. Okay, I like the neutral face. We can be an edgy boy, as we normally are. I like this. I kind of like this. It's like a little disappointed. Thank you, Chad. Thank you. I also like my hat. To my other family so I cannot. Oh, that's a good idea. Safe travels. That sounds like a good time. All right, we're gonna be a disappointed little kid. Add description. Wait, what the fuck? Enter a descriptive paragraph here. My name, Frankie Second. Is that the default name? Frankie Second? Hold on, I'm gonna Google names with Nick in it. Nicholas. Nicola. Nicholas again, but with no H. Nikolai. Nicodemus? Is that a real name? Nicodemus? I kind of like Nikolai. Nikolai?
That's a cool one.
Yeah.
I was just saying it out loud.
Okay.
In a Russian accent.
I kind of like Nikolai. Dominic. Oh, that's a good one too. Wait, I like Dominic. That's a good one. Dominicky. Dominicky. Nicodemus. It's very Christian. Oh, you literally mentioned it. It's listed here when I googled it. I've never heard the name Nicodemus in my life. That's a Christian name. Is that in the Bible? Chad's legs are about to fall off. Did you have a gym thing? Was it leg day? Thank God I jumped on my bed before I started cramping like hell. Oh my gosh, I hope you're okay. Take care of yourself. I think that's right, Nikolai being Russian. Nikolai. Okay, that changes it a bit. I watched a shoot, what was it? I watched a show where someone called themselves Nikolai. Like that, like not Nikolai, but Nikolai. What kind of game is this? This is a visual novel. Oh, you've been playing Animal Crossing, like the newest one? And oh wait, you have Jamboree. Wait, we still have to play Momo. Oh my gosh. Can we add each other? Yeah, do we, are we not friends on the Switch yet? I think is my friend code here? Switch? Do I know how to have a command for this? We aren't friends on Switch? I must have it somewhere. Surely. It might be Nintendo games. Oh, here's my code. You can save it somewhere, and then whenever you have time, add it. Horizon? Yeah, I still play that game as well. It's super fun. I'm sure there are many other Nicodemuses. I don't know if I like the plural of Nicodemus. Who are just seeking it up. Right, okay. You know what? We're gonna go with Dominic. Oh shoot. That was a good suggestion. That was a good suggestion. Son of a bitch! Okay. That was a good suggestion. Neon. Should we do Dominic with a C? Does anyone do with a K? Because then we could be Nick, like Nikki. I think we should do K because it's me. I'm Nikki. Do people spell it with a K ever? And then the last name we will do Zenin. Oh yeah, Nico's a good name too. I know lots of Nikos. Surprisingly common name, at least in my friend circle. If you guys play Jamboree, I can play with you guys. Yeah, we definitely have to. I don't know. Yeah, it's cause the guys have been away like on their LA trip, but we can play sometime. BW's got the game. We can see who else has it. Oh, Logan has it. Oh, we can definitely get a group. I'm down. I'm still not sick of Mario Party. That game is so fun. I knew a Dominic. Oh, a C and a K. Names you can spell however you want, though. That's the point. Right. We are Dominic Zenin. There we are. Dominiki. Character title. What's character title? Guys, what's character title? Mister? Is that what I do? Enter a descriptive paragraph here. Okay, I'm putting a descriptive paragraph about myself. Dominic. Oh my god, I can't think of anything. Oh wait, okay. Wait, what's a descriptive paragraph? What if I say like Dominic got his neck scar? When he was a young toddler and the cat scratched his neck. Is that descriptive paragraph? Or is it paragraph or sentence? God, what do they want? This is too much. Oh, it's gone now. Okay. Oops. Received his scar as a young toddler when the family cat scratched his neck. Enter. Wait, what did that do? Is that just part of my like ID card? And also, what the fuck is title? Am I Mr. Dominic Zenin? Like what? I'm just gonna put Mr. But I have no clue what the fuck's going on. Chairman of the Association. Yeah, honestly, I have no clue. Well, we're Zenin, so we can say family. Wait, how much? Oh, we can fill this all the way up. Okay. Heir to the Zenin clan. Is that a title? I'm not really sure. Leave space for character art. I am not sure what the heck I'm working on right now. I'm not gonna lie. So we'll just leave it there. View. Step 1, heir to the Zenin clan. Oh, okay. Dominic received his scar as a young toddler when the family cat scratched his neck. I don't know what this is for, but I like it. I don't know what it's for, but ooh, that's a good one, Momo. I'll open that. I won't do it right away, but I will open it so I remember to do it. Crossing villagers tier list. I can tell you that, oh, whoops. A tier maker. I can tell you that my favorite top one is probably, well, you're gonna see several. But you'll probably see Coco. I love Coco. I love Coco. I love Melba. I love Tabby. Tabby's like a random like low tier character that I really love. That's a good suggestion. Do it anytime. Yeah, I will definitely do it because I think that will be fun. That's a good tier list suggestion. What's funny is this is just a demo. None of it will be saved anyway, but I love how much thought you're putting into it. I know. Well, I mean, I'm gonna hopefully remember what I picked here today, and I will do this for the real actual game. Okay. But yes, he is correct. This is in fact a demo. Oh, okay. Wait, why is this my name? What the bitch? Dominic Zenin. Nickname. Oh, are they gonna call us Nikki? They're probably gonna call us by our nickname. But I don't want them to, so I'm gonna pick Dominic. What if our nickname is Minik? Wait, that's literally just my middle name. Minik. What the fuck? Dom's a good one, but the point is like them having the Nick in it because I'm Nikki. But Dom is a good one. I don't know. I wonder, like, I'll put a nickname in here, but I don't want them to call me by it. I'm just gonna put Dominic. Fuck it. All right, we're gonna be ambidextrous because we're cool like that. And because I can choose my height in this game, I'm gonna be tall. I can only be tall in video games, so we're always gonna pick that option. Minik. Dick. Neon, oh god. She's 6 foot. Yeah, this is true. This is true. This is true information. I am tall. We will be medium body type. I don't know what the rest entails. So, oh, hello from the tutorial again. Now you'll get to customize the identity of your MC. Like the MC's appearance, you can make this aspect of your character as personalized as you want to make use of more specific elements. Determining the gender of the MC was assigned at birth. What pronouns they use, if they use multiple pronouns, adding it in your own custom pronoun Jeez. Selecting which gender terms they're comfortable with and such can all be up to you. You can also change everything except your assigned gender at birth at the start of every new step. Okay. If you want to begin with one type of identity and then have your MC go through a transition once they're older, that's completely doable. Wow. Feel free to select whatever feels the most comfortable at this stage in the story. Okay, I'm a he, him. Your customs multiple. Manually change. Allow random pronoun selection per scene. Oh, wow, that's so cool. They're so inclusive. But hey, we're gonna stick with he, him. Gender male. Oh wait. Okay, gender as sex traits at birth. Also male. Maybe we'll change our gender later on. But our sex traits at birth shall remain male. I'm honestly just thinking I'm gonna be a gay boy. I think that's where we're going again. But we shall see. Wait, what is MX? What does that mean? Is that an actual thing? It looks fucking sick. Wait, what does MX mean? Tomboy. Boy Tom. Welcome back, Tom. How's your shower? Madame Dominic Zenin. Wait, that actually sounds kind of sick. Sir Dominic Zenin. I'm going for the sir. Custom honorific. Ooh, we can do a custom honorific. What's a cool custom one? I can't think of any. We'll stick with sir until we do. How would you like people to refer to you? Masculine leaning, son, boy, feminine leaning, child, kid. No, we're gonna be a son, boy who is tall. Just want that to be clear. Okay, there's advanced customization. What the fuck? Wow, this is so detailed. This is why this game is visual novel of the year, if that isn't even a category. Arch Sage. Ooh, I like it. Mexico MX. Is that a real thing though? MX? I've never seen it, but I would believe it to be real. Is the coolest honorific I know of Viscount. Is like president. What is that? Or king, prince. Are those all honorifics? Arch Sage is cool. I agree. What if I put like Deadeye? Just make my own shit. Okay, this is cool. You can literally make up your own words for all of these. Wow. What a lovely game. But I don't want to think of... I would be here for hours. My lord. Oh, wait, I could be Lord Dominic Zenin. Wait, that sounds fucking sick. Bitch, I'm putting Lord. Bitch. It's done. We are Lord Dominic Zenin. A gender neutral alternative. A gender neutral alternative to gender titles. Oh, MX? What the fuck? That's cool. Can I use MX? Or would that be rude? It just looks cool. Now that you've got your own character ready, you'll be able to influence the appearance of your biological mother. I can customize my mom. God, y'all, I'm never gonna start this game. This game is just, I'm gonna be doing this forever. But I love it. She has 3 hair textures and 6 skin tones. You can have her look as similar or as different from your MC as you like. I wonder if I'm gonna be adopted this time around. The Latin word for Dominus adds up. Lord, yep, there you go. There you go. You can all call me Lord Dominic now. She chose to raise a child on her own and used artificial insemination to give birth to your character. Oh my goodness. That's like how my niece was born, I think. I think that's the same method. I'm not sure. Anyways, the biological father never appears in the story. No hot dad? Okay, well, at least my dad isn't the hot dad, but there's still potential for other hot dads. So if your character happens to look nothing like their mom, it can be assumed that they take after the off-screen father instead. You'll also get to choose what term your character refers to her by. Currently, it must be a title in order to make sense in the script. If you enter in her first name, the phrasing won't make sense. Okay. Later, builds of the game may be suited for calling her by name. No, I am not a calling mom by name person. You'll be able to change the title you use for her at the start of every new step. Her skin tone and hair texture will remain consistent for the rest of the game. Wow, okay. I'm gonna call her mom. Mother. Because I'm Lord Dominic, so it would make sense that I call her mother. Customizing her mom. What kind of shit is this? I don't know, but I fucking love it here. Viznov Newt. Oh yeah, welcome back. This is a visual novel that I absolutely love, and I don't know if you've ever played it, but I highly recommend. Yeah, Newt was a fan of the cozy vibes, so this is definitely a cozy vibe game. Okay, so we can change her skin color. I was this skin color. Okay, so am I gonna look like her or nah? So my mom has red hair. I can't change that. I mean, I was adopted in the last story, so maybe this story I'll look a bit more like mother. I'll look a bit more like mother, so I will have inherited her skin tone and maybe her hair texture, because we kind of have similar hair texture. Wait, what did my hair look like? I think it was more like this. Shit, I don't know. I'm gonna go with this. Mother. What else can we call mother? Mom, mommy, mama, mum, ma, mother. Oh, I could put like the Tagalog word. We could be nanay. Because I did say I was gonna make him Filipino, but then I also gave him the last name of Zenin, which is absolutely not Filipino. But maybe our dad is Toji. Daddy? Question mark? It also makes sense if he never shows up. Is an especially good choice since we had mom and ma last game. Oh, true. Yeah. Okay, I like that. Good explanation. Lurk for now, BRB. Thank you for the lurk, Neon. Also drive safe. Tag a log. Yup. We'll still be Filipino. We'll just use mother though. We'll be like half Filipino. The mom is Filipino and the dad is actually daddy. It's Toji. Okay, we've got a last little bit of customization. Okay, we're almost done, guys. We can play the game. Goodness, you mentioned yesterday. Oh god, my grandma, my spelling. Wait, what do you call your mom? What do you guys call your moms? Do you just call them mom? Yeah, I just call my mom mom. We've got a little last bit of customization before the story begins. Your interface display style. First, there's your sticker. A sticker is just a charming little image that appears in certain screen graphics, such as the choice menus and, most importantly, save files. Okay, you can easily track different playthroughs by using different stickers, and your sticker can change whenever you want by clicking the info button on the sidebar and going to your details page. One example to use it would be if you have a playthrough you're enjoying, but in step 2, you're not sure if you want to romantically pursue Tamrak or Chu. You can take that same file, change the sticker, and make another save. Oh my god. They're so innovative. One version of the story and sticker could have you dating Tamrak, and the other sticker is a separate story with Chu. Finally, there are 2 different text box styles to choose from. Wow, they even let us customize the damn text box style? A traditional visual novel arrangement with a box always along the bottom of the screen, or a more comic book style where the speech bubbles are positioned. Oh, cool. Next to the one talking at the bottom of the screen. Oh no, I don't know which one to pick. Do we like the speech bubbles or the first game we played was just the boxes at the bottom, which was fine. But now we have the option of speech bubbles. What the fuck? They can't thrust these decisions on me. Visual novel 100%. Really? You're not into the speech bubbles? I guess it could like block some of the characters. So yeah, you're right. You can switch between them at any time. Oh, we can switch. We can try them both. All right. Okay, we're good. If the button's simple text box is highlighted, you'll have the visual novel style. You click to unhighlight that button for the comic style. Oh, that's cool. By default, both text box styles will have the icons to show who's speaking. Those can be turned on or off through your preference settings as well. Thank you for reading the beginning of the door. That was quite a bit. We're going with the moon sticker. Okay, we're going with the moon sticker, and then we will go with the visual novel style. Oh, you get 2 different styles. Goddamn! Okay, you actually have 4 options. Wow, this game. What can't you customize? Did they say the beginning? Oh! Wait, I think this game is called Now and Forever. Wait. Is it? I literally can't remember. Oh my god, we're in a story! Okay. Everyone grab your cozy drink and snack. Oh, the cozy music! Forever and Now. Oh shoot, I got it backwards. Wait, Forever and Now sounds weird. I feel like I've always heard it as Now and Forever. Comfy time. Yes. Sit closely. It looked like fall in Golden Grove. More than any place you'd seen before. It could be in one of your old picture books to show little kids what autumn was supposed to be. There weren't any green trees or bushes, but there weren't just bare branches yet. It was almost the same as normal. All that had changed were the colors: red, orange, yellow, and brown. Even the blue of the sky above your head seemed different than it did in summer. It wasn't as bright either, as though it had gotten tired of sparkling by this late in the year, or like it was even farther away from you now that you were in this place. The plants on this music is so cute. The architecture of these houses is amazing. I feel like you can tell by the architecture of the houses, like it's kind of, you can get an idea of what part of the world you're in. Because I feel like that's a very specific style of architecture for housing, isn't it? I don't know. But anyways, let me know by the housing, where in the world do you think this takes place? I backward it for you. Thank you. The plants and sky didn't get this way where you lived, where you used to live. Okay, we're a new kid on the block again. Your thoughts continued to jump around while you stood there in the big circle of street at the end of the road. I've always wanted to live in a cul-de-sac, by the way. Has anyone lived on one? I've always wanted to live on one. I always thought they were cool. And my best friend in elementary school, I would go to her house every day. She lived on a cul-de-sac, and I thought it was so cool. Sounds like Minnesota. I honestly, it could be. I'm getting like, I've never been there, but I'm getting like Vermont vibes. I think it might just be the street. Gotta be New England. I have zero idea what the heck New England looks like. Is this what it looks like? It was a weird path to you. It couldn't take you ahead or to the sides or anywhere else like most streets you'd gone down. This one only came right here with those big houses. The view in front of you was something you'd only ever seen in photos. Sorry, hold on. You'd only ever seen in photos before the stapled together papers that advertised the middle house being for sale. Guess that's where I live. I was hoping I lived in the left house. The left house looked kind of cool. But I guess that's where Potential Bay lives. It had been a picture book to you until this day. Now you knew that it felt like fall here too, because it was cold outside. Chilly enough that you sometimes held your eyes closed for a few seconds longer than usual to try keeping your eyeballs from feeling like they were gonna freeze inside your head. Alright, it can't be that... How does it ever get that cold anywhere in fall? I don't even think it gets that cold in fall, Canadian fall. This was a real place, the icy air surrounding you said, and you were really in it, and it was where you were going to stay. That was new. Your mother and you had lived in apartments before, and never for very long each time. Vermont is a state in New England. Wait, is it actually? Wait, is Vermont, is a state? Oh, New England is like a region of states? Is that what it is? Oh. Y'all fucking confusing as hell. Like what? The autumn, how close together the houses are. They're all colonial based but mutated. That random minaret on the left. Minaret? I don't know how to say that word. I thought in Canada fall is colder like snow. Fall is cold here, but I mean, he was describing his eyes freezing. It's not that cold. Never been to Canada. It's really cold. It gets really cold here. I mean, I would just, right now it's winter. I don't know. I don't think I've ever experienced fall being that cold, but winter. That was until she'd gotten a big job in this not that big town and bought a big house. You wouldn't be going anywhere else for a long time. Now, in that moment, you couldn't imagine being there forever. But that's just the way it was. The old tan house at the very end of the long, round road was now your house, standing tall with two others by its side. Our potential bays. Those buildings were homes too, with their own people living inside, and those people in those ancient houses were going to be your neighbors. Ancient? They don't look that old. Ooh, here, our first choice. It seemed okay to you. You felt kind of mixed up inside. You were super excited about everything happening. You were mad. There wasn't much you felt about it. It made you sad. You felt scared. This would be really something you thought. How much worse could it be than it was before? Coming here had given you hope. Maybe your future would be good. I'm going in. I would be excited, bro. I've always wanted to live on a cul-de-sac. Maine, Vermont, New Hampshire, Massachusetts. I bet you where I live could be considered New England. I mean, like a lot of like the first settlers were literally here. I'm practically New England. Practically. Okay, I drive by a preserved house from 200 years ago on the way to work. It doesn't look ancient, but does look like these. The houses here definitely look like these, but like they're a lot older looking, like very Victorian era. I know, like very old. You can tell they're all very old and probably haunted. These ones don't look haunted. They just look nice. I'm gonna add you on Switch now. Okay, your name is just Momo on there, right? Actually, where the fuck is my Switch? I just went on a trip, so it's here somewhere, but I'll add you when I get on. It was even better because you'd be doing this with your mother. It was good that part was nice since your mother was no fun. No matter what, you'd keep looking out for your mother. Yeah, we're gonna be a little mommy's boy. We're gonna keep looking out for our mother. Someone had to make sure she was okay. Dominic, come on over and take a look. It's my mother voice. Oh, that was your mother's voice. You hadn't noticed she'd gotten so far. You wasted no time catching up in order to reunite with her. Off the cul-de-sac road and cutting across lines of grass and sidewalk, you reached the picket fence your mother had called from. The gate was unlocked. This music is so awesome. Unlike the other houses in front of yours, was a tiny gray-stoned walkway that led up to a couple little steps, and those steps led to the door. You walked along the private path, making sure each foot landed squarely on a rock and not on one of the dirt cracks in between, until you arrived at the end of the line. Then you hopped up the tiny stairs to join your mother. Oh, look at her! Wait, what? They even... Okay. I like it. That's our mom. Look at her. And there your mother was, standing at the edge of the porch, arms folded and waiting. She must have been moving around before because the shiny opal earrings she had on were twisting from side to side a little bit. Cute earrings, we like it. You knew they were real opal stones because she told you before, when she first got them. She also told you a long time ago that her normal name, not Mother, was Opal. Cute! She's like that gym leader named Opal, the grumpy old lady. It's a cute name. I love opals. So pretty. Opal is one of my favorite gems. In art style, is very palpable. Not bad, but palpable. I like it's like they definitely use a different, it's like a pencil crayon type digital brush, and I really like it. Her clothes were the colors of a cloudy day after the rain had already come and gone. Wow, so descriptive. The kind of day that could be cold and bad or really relaxing and comfy. It depended. You wondered which way she looked at it from. Hold on, I gotta change. Can I change the preferences? The music is kind of spitting a little too loudly in my ear. Oh, can we save? We saved. Pogger. You wondered which way she looked at it from. You didn't know. The rest of her, though, was so much more bold, especially the matching purpley cranberryness of both her hair and eyes. I did consider getting the red eyes. That would have been cool, but I didn't. We got it from Dad. There weren't a lot of things out in the world with that color that could feel gloomy. Mother smiled at you. It made you feel as soft and warm on the inside as your mother was on the outside. What do you think? It's a pretty place, huh? I've seen worse junk. I've seen better places. It's beautiful. I'm gonna have my own room, right? It stinks. It stinks. Bluntly and jokingly. There's so many options, jeez. It's okay, I guess. I hate this. You stared at her blankly. You nodded. Wait, we've been living in apartments all my life until now, so this should be like a big deal for me. I would say I would be very happy, right? Most people would be happy to go from an apartment to a house, question mark? Unless you're like a New Yorker. I don't know. Why? Most of these are like, we're not happy. Most of these. I'm gonna go with it's beautiful. It's beautiful. I agree, my dear. Her mouth stayed in the shape of a smile, but her eyes and eyebrows changed, bending in a way that made it seem like she wasn't really smiling, or it was some other kind of smile. I would be I agree. Me too. No apartment kid would be mad at this. Yeah, this is a big change. A good big change. The garbage will do. She put a hand on one of the white painted pole things that kept the porch roof from falling down. Her fingers moved along it. Won't be too much longer. The real estate agent should be here to hand over the keys in a couple hours or so. Then it'll be official. We'll be the newest residents of the Golden Grove. You shifted your weight from one foot to the other. This was a big deal to your mother. Her whole life was changing too. You hoped it wouldn't be a mistake, but you didn't want your mother to be sad. Well, you've seen the yard and the outside. You don't have to wait here the entire time. How about you go look around the rest of the neighborhood? She bent down, placing her hands on her knees in order to speak directly to you on the same level. How thoughtful. It's a safe town, especially in this area. You'll be able to play freely out here. That's what they all say. A couple of hours? Why are we here already? Can't we go to McDonald's first, bro? You perked up at the suggestion. You jumped happily. Is the McDonald's first an option here? You huffed, frowned, merely shrugged. Just the neighborhood? That wasn't exciting. You wanted to go everywhere. You covered your face with your hands, not wanting to go. You turned your face away from her in defiance. These are all mostly like unhappy. They want us to be unhappy so bad. Please, you weren't a baby. What could possibly go wrong? You didn't need her to say it was okay. You could look out for yourself. I'd probably want to stay together. I wouldn't leave my mom alone. Honestly, I would be more like, I wouldn't be worried about me. I'd be like worried for her. That's probably what I'd do. You grasped her pants, wanting to stay together. That didn't succeed in keeping her with you. Mother went back to her normal way of standing, with her head up high and arms folded. It's okay to be nervous. I'm nervous for you, woman. She thinks, yeah, get kidnapped, bro. The first episode, or the first chapter is me getting kidnapped from a cul-de-sac. It's okay, don't be nervous. That doesn't have to change. But sometimes doing something even when you're unsure is for the best. I see she's one of the, what do you call those the moms that, the free-range moms? Is that what it is? This is one of those times. You might find you're braver than you think you are. Just don't stray into the other streets today. Right, I'm just gonna walk into this highway real quick. You didn't care about the rules. You gave a thumbs up. I guess I'll give a thumbs up. It seems I have no choice. Mother. Thank you. I trust you. Sounds like she doesn't want me here. But whatever. With that, you let your gaze fall down the steps across the path and to the gated fence. You took a half step in that direction. Mother pushed the air in front of her in a gesture to encourage you to go forward. You kept moving, putting one foot in front of the other. Are we gonna meet Bae? Okay, we finished the prologue. Okay, I assume the houses are gonna be very important because they keep showing 3, and we know that we have 2 potential bays. Your shoes really squish into the dirt part when you cross from... Your shoes really squish into the dirt part when you cross from where you were down to the solid road. The smell of the grass and rain softened ground crisp... The smell of the grass and rain softened ground crisp, though somehow also kind of musty, hung in the air, bringing a whole new year of school with it. You're going to be a 5th grader. It would be completely different from being a 4th grader, and not just because you'd been attending a new school. I attended a new school when I was in 4th grade, so this is fairly relatable for me. And I was like in a new city too. It was like not just a new school, it was like a new city. So I guess it was fairly relatable, and I was living in an apartment before that too. Cool. You'd be in the highest grade of the place. Maybe that was why your mother was so sure you could do this by yourself. You were growing up. But she was wrong. You weren't ready, no matter how many adults said so. Then, before you could take one more step, there was a faint tap against your shoulder. It was barely stronger than the wind, but it was definitely something, and it was completely out of nowhere. You wondered what it was. You jumped straight in the air out of shock. Both your fists went up defensively. I kind of like that one. We're just going to be ready to square up. You screamed. You rubbed your shoulder, feeling annoyed. That's the edgy option. It was a ghost. You deduced. We're gonna fist up. We're already getting kidnapped. Only one of us is rocking brilliant opals, lady. Nikki, did it help that compared to other kids, you were so much taller? No, sadly it did not help with my awkwardness. I wish it did, though. I wish it did. Alright, we're doing the fists. Nothing was gonna get at you, and you'd be ready even if it tried. Rapidly, you ping-ponged your gaze from left to right, trying to get a glimpse of the poking perpetrator. No one was there. The neighborhood was empty, except for you. You would have settled on it being a mystery forever if you hadn't noticed there was a thing left behind from the encounter. Sitting there in between the muddy brown blades of grass was something new. Someone threw a paper plane at us. A paper airplane? I don't know if that's the voice we're gonna do, but... who would throw this at a stranger? And why would they disappear after doing it? As you considered those questions, your gaze shifted back towards the right. the side of the street where the tap came from. Whoever sent this to you had to have gone that way. You crouched down to grab it while keeping a lookout to make sure nothing else snuck up on you. The paper didn't feel the same crinkly, crackly way most normal paper did. It was thicker, somehow almost like a piece of cloth. It was cottony. Okay, so Dominic is still learning how airplanes work. Hey, we're still in 5th grade, okay? That wasn't the only part that stood out. The page was a tan color with dark brown lines. Not white and blue or white and black or something regular. More questions to add to the confusion. Where would paper like that have come from? You turned the paper airplane around in your hand and squinted your eyes keenly. There were pencil markings on the underside. The paper had scribbles, or even letters. That was enough of a sign to undo the shape someone had put together. You pulled at the flaps of the plane and flattened it out between your palms as best you could. It was true. The paper airplane had a message. Well, maybe. There was some words on it, but not a lot that they were on different lines from each other. You read over each tiny part from top to bottom. Hello. Go out. Hide out. And then in the bottom corner was Dominic Zenin. They know my full name! Your name. It had been addressed to you personally. There was no mistake that you were the one meant to get the plane. You scrunched up your face. A person wrote stuff on a piece of paper, turned it into a paper airplane, and then threw it at another person. And the message they sent was that? This is kind of creepy. How do they know my name? I mean, I'm sure their parents said they are part of this for $10. Spies, yeah. Kind of creepy. I would get creeped out. I'm not gonna lie. This was weird. This was cool. This mystery was worth solving. This is stupid. This scared you. This was something. It would scare me. If this was me, I would be scared. Someone is trying to murder me. Their parents spent a $20 on a background check. Oh God, here it comes again. Someone was messing with you and it didn't make sense. You had to tell your mother right now. You were going to get to the bottom of this. You were done exploring. It was time to go back to that house. You just wanted to go back to looking around. I'm gonna tell my mom so I can talk to her more. Mother, somebody is out here. You charged up to the white pickets and stumbled through the gate, nearly tripping in on your haste to return to the yard. Mother was still right there on the porch where she'd been before, but she was already coming over to meet you. Your bustle had flustered her, and she spoke with a concerned edge to her voice. What is it, Dominic? Wait, what are you holding? Shyly, you stared at one of the rocks in the pathway and held out the paper for your mother to check. She didn't take the paper away from you, only scanning it with her eyes while tapping a finger against her cheek. It's all right. You can go back out. It's not a dangerous message. I think you might even be able to figure out where this paper came from. The way she talked was so knowingable. Is that a real word? It was like she already had an answer, even though you had experienced more with the paper than she had. Somehow you guessed your mother knew everything about everything. It was amazing. Good luck. Yo, Trap, is this a sequel? It is. It's not a sequel. It's just like a second. It's like it's separate from the first hour life, but it's a second hour life, but a completely different story. I can definitely imagine Gon meeting someone by throwing a paper, but I also agree. 100% can see that. That's actually kind of cute. She lowered the hand she was poking at her cheek to give you an encouraging thumbs up. Your mother was right. You could get to the bottom of it. Fine, you had to go a walk again, unconfident, but out of options. You decided to try figuring out what was happening. Fine. I'll go on the walk that my mom insists. Cool. How are you doing, Trap? It's good to see you. Paper still grasped in your fingers, you turned around and returned the way you'd already come a couple times now, and then you began to walk down the cul-de-sac's path that fall afternoon. Through the parts where the light shone through the clouds and the parts where it got darker, you went along. The office to myself today? Ooh, that's nice. Warm up breakfast and grab coffee? Yes, bring us some as well, Trap. Thank you. The half circle of houses was out of sight by the time the normal sidewalk ended, and it really ended. Instead of connecting to another street with homes or stores, there was the car road behind you and a bunch of trees and plain ground in front of it. Going down the road would have to bring you to the rest of the town eventually, but you were sure that would be straying too far, like your mother warned against. That was okay. You had other options. Oh, just a forest? Perfectly safe. Children have never been kidnapped here. Bending in between the dark trunks and bright leaves were two lines stamped out through the grass. They were in opposite directions. It was a crossroads. One led more towards where the neighborhood was, but back further, right on the edge where the forest started. The other completely into the trees, a walking path for people who lived there. You stood there at the start of this turning point in the woods, in your life, feet poised to move over the stirring thicket floor. You knew exactly which one you wanted. You wanted to know where you were. But you didn't know where you were going. I know exactly where I want to go, actually. Abrupt expanses of wood is another hallmark. True. Yeah, no, this is definitely what I envision Vermont looking like. Are we rich or what? Isn't that where the rich people live? There was a path here that was definitely more worth trying than the other. You were sure of it. Something on the inside just told you so. You went down the walking path. I'm going to the right. And your journey continued. The path ended up being kind of a trick. You ran out of dirt to walk on after only a minute or two, and it became plain grass everywhere. Luckily, you only had to keep following the curved bend of brush and tree trunks that separated the forest from not the forest to know where you were going. To know you were going where you had planned to go. Then, as you strolled even further, something came into view. You almost didn't notice it at first. A playground. This is going to be the hangout spot. Like the fireflies in the hill. I'm calling it. Stretching about as high as the trees and made out of practically the same colored wood was a tower sort of thing. The bottom of it was mostly empty space with thin stick poles at the corners and only one full wall. There were little fake rocks stuck to the boards of the wall side, probably for people to climb on. Above was an actual floor with a slanty roof and railings around. Some ropes dangled off it in multiple places. The thought came to you that it had the same feeling as a tree house, except not in a tree. It definitely wasn't a real house. You might have found a local playground. Cautiously, you moved closer until you came to a stop because you had the shocking realization that there was something up in there at the top. Your eyes wide and your neck bent so far back you might fall over. You could make out a lumpy pile. You just stood there looking, you shouted out, you gave the base of the tower a shift kick. Base of the tower a good shake with both hands. You grabbed onto the part sticking out to try climbing up there. I would just look. That's just me. Main character knowing exactly where they want to go. This is truly a role-playing game. They were already very different from Nicholas and Cove. What else could be done at a time like that? But you were only able to wonder about the top of the tower mystery in silence for a little while. The sudden sound... Oh, we got sound effects, bugger. Then this is honestly, this whole thing is sounding kind of like my neighborhood. Because we got the park and then there's also a trail that leads nowhere. And then the houses do kind of look like that. Maybe they're in Halifax. Anyways, the sudden sound of clattering ruckus from inside the fort made you flinch in place. It was a scrambling, thudding noise that you knew came from movement. That lump stopped being just a lump. It shot up, bent over right over the railing, peered down, and saw you. Oh my gosh, it's our future boyfriend and husband! That's a weird thing to say when we see a kid, but we're also kids right now. It was a kid! Who were they? That's all you could wonder. I like how... Okay, actually, yeah, I like how it was a very simple animation, but it did the scroll over. Like, it wasn't just like a boop, new image. That was kind of cool. A cool change from the first game. You couldn't look away from their eyes. They were really deep brown. They had a pointy hairline. Oh, a pointy hairline. Okay. You like the fluffy hooded coat. Wait, I'm wearing a fluffy hooded. Oh my god, we're twinning. We're actually twinning. Wait, we might end up looking like siblings. Is that weird? I have green eyes though, so maybe that can save me. That was the prettiest person you'd ever seen. I like their fluffy hooded coat. Star Wars! Oh no! Not the kissing of brothers. Then altogether, one half of their mouth, one of their eyebrows, and one of their hands shifted upwards. I like their fingerless gloves. The lopsided pose they had, and the fact that they were at the top of the tower made them seem pretty in charge here. Who are you? Why are you in my backyard? Oh, they were in charge here. Oh wait, that was his voice. Bitch, I thought that was me. I thought that was me talking. I'm Dominic. I didn't know this was your backyard. I couldn't tell. Sorry. I'm looking for something. Who are you? Hi, your backyard. There's no fence. You said absolutely nothing. Your mouth opened and closed soundlessly. You couldn't explain yourself. You were too nervous to speak. Fuck it, I'll just say I'm Dominic. All of these are painfully awkward. It's a good thing you're royalty for this Han Solo. True. Is this him speaking? I genuinely can't tell if this is him or me, but I think it's him. Because we literally look identical. Okay, it's him because it has brown eyes. Oh no, we look identical. Maybe that will be good. Maybe I'll dye my hair later? Question mark? Hi, Dominic. At that, they pressed the palms of their hands hard against the railing, then used it to kick their legs up over the sides and throw themselves right off the fort. There was a powerful crunch and a gust of air when the person hit the ground just a little to the side where you were. They landed on their feet, crunching into a ball and making the hood of their jacket flip over their head from the impact of falling so far down. The person stayed like that for long enough that the leaves they stirred up settled quietly onto the grass again. Bro, he's literally me! I'm looking in a mirror. Then the kids straightened themselves out with more poise than you could have expected. Squared shoulders, chin up, and with one hand they pushed the hood down over their back again. They were confident and you knew how to show it. That's that. Why would you do that? That was so cool. That was dangerous. That was so dumb to do. Could I try jumping off there? You could have crushed me. You were left speechless. It was impressive. You were left speechless. It was crazy. That didn't even impress you, though. Yeah, I'm picking that one. Anyone could have done that. It wasn't that special. Yeah, we're picking that one. It didn't impress me. They took hold of the open sides of their jacket and flapped them out, shaking off bits of sticks and whatever other stuff got on it when they collided with the dirt. Anyway, they shifted their head around to get their hair back over their shoulders, the way it was before, and then jabbed a finger into their own chest. I'm Mr. Chu Lin. Q-I-U and L-I-N. It means... Both of Chu's arms spread out openly, gesturing to the wide world all around. Autumn. Nice to meet you. Oh, cool. I bet you the other character's name is Autumn. That would be kind of crazy. Okay, anyways. What's your whole name? Guess he didn't write the paper plane. Because whoever wrote that knew my name. I'm Lord Dominic Zenon. Oh god, not me saying Lord. Why did you say it so fancy? I can't respond that way because I'm literally Lord Dominic Zenon. Han Solo was never this extra, this teen Anakin Skywalker for sure. He is pretty. I wasn't expecting that. I thought he'd be like super edgy or whatever. Even down to the long hair. Oh no. You didn't say to share your full name and title. You had to write it down in the dirt. But shouldn't the U come after the Q? What? I already knew Chu meant autumn. It's Chinese. Okay, we can be a knower. You're not a mister, you're a kid. Why did you say it weird like that? No problem. I'm gonna one up him and say I'm Lord Dominic Zenon. That was perfect. Lord Dominic Zenon. Oh, but why should people call me Dominic? Only my mother uses my name. Oh, the game doesn't know that I use the same name for my nickname, KekW. My friends always call me Dominic. I guess, so I could have changed my nickname. Alright. I could have changed my nickname, but I just want people to call me Dominic. Wait, actually, all of these options are forcing me to use my nickname, it sounds like. People sometimes call me Dominic, except my mother. No, everyone's gonna be calling me Dominic up in these streets. Cool, I've got a nickname too. It's Autumn. Oh, fuck, his nickname is Autumn. I don't know what the other girl's name is then. It's Autumn, because like I said, that's what my name means. You can use it. You can use it if you wanna. Alright. Wait, and also, how old are you? We seem pretty similar to me. Yeah, we seem related. Type similar. I was gonna grab coffee for everyone. Did you get us coffee? Just gonna have to have 3-in-1 coffee. I'm making another trip. I love 3-in-1. That Filipino coffee. How many nicks would a Dominic deem if Dominic could nickname? Dude, searching nicknames was hard because I was trying to search like nicknames or like names that use Nick as a nickname, but then it just kept showing me nicknames. Like it didn't know that I was asking for Nick because Nick is nickname. Google was very confused. That was actually hard. Anyways, I'm 10. Am I 10? Shit, I thought I was 13. That's none of your beeswax. 10 whole years, double digits. You told him with your hands, showing 10 whole fingers. I'm 10. I'm gonna be an edgy boy. Chu slapped his fingerless gloved hands against the front of his chest to show just how taken aback he was. Whoa, so am I. Nobody else close by was exactly 10 before, but now there's you. And you're gonna grow up someday, and I'm gonna grow up too, but that's never gonna stop us from being the same age. Cool. Wow, this is great. Okay. Even if we were the same age, I still act older than you do. Even if we were the same age, you still act older than I do. You stood there quietly, you shrugged over it. Big thumbs up. I've never thought of it this way, like the way he described it, like we're the same age now and we're gonna grow up and we're still gonna be the same age. That's cool. I like how enthusiastic he is about it, so I'm gonna be enthusiastic with him, I guess. But in an edgy way. Big thumbs up. More 10-year-olds was better than less. But the talk you were having ended with a clear clap from Chu to bring it to a close. The way Chu is pointing at that tree makes it look like he's bouncing it on his finger. He's a magician. I'll send you a few packages I bought in bulk. My pantry looks like Costco. You know what I really want is the cheese candies. Have you ever bought those there? I forget what they're called, but the cheese candy. Oh, I can't find that anywhere here. Is this story in Canada? It's the exact opposite of the other game. Looks cold. It does look cold. You're right. It is very opposite. And I don't know where it is, but it could very much be Canada. It could very much be where I live. The one thing missing from these games is having the option of hitting them with the fire emblem ... True. I would have picked that one. Now that we're people who know each other, I still want to hear what you're doing. I've lived my whole life in this town, in this neighborhood, in that house. Which house is this, I wonder? And I'd never seen you before. And I've never seen you anywhere. There's got to be something going on. Does he not know the fucking house that was for sale was purchased? Question mark? Well, dude, we're literally twinning. Holy shit. Well, you had been exploring your new neighborhood and got into his backyard by accident. But now that you really met someone to talk to, you couldn't help wondering about that message again. Slowly, you reached into your pocket and presented the mystery paper to Chu. But before you even said anything about it, Chu wheezed with a tight grimace. He looked as stiff as the wood tower behind him, just like that. He stammered and babbled and pointed his finger all around the space that was sort of in front of you until the word finally came out of him. A sorcerer! What? No, wait. Chu threw his hands up higher toward his shoulders. He's calling me the sorcerer? He's the one balancing the tree on his finger. The sudden movement making sure nothing interrupted his train of thought. You're a thief! That's why you're here, to rob my house. That's right, I'm gonna steal your shit. No, you were right before. I'm magic. I'm a sorcerer and a thief. Why do you sound so excited about that? You think I'm gonna rob you? I'm gonna steal your shit. I'm picking that one. That's why you're here, to rob my house, he smiled. Literally him. What a terrible thing. Do you really think I'm a robber? He got all fluttery with his laugh and the waving of his fingers. No, you're just a kid, but you've got some good tricks. Chu tucked one of his hands inside his jacket. He moved it around in there, humming the whole time. There was some kind of secret pocket or compartment in that coat. Just as you thought, he removed his hand. He was grabbing onto something. It was a little notebook. The edges were bent up and crumbly, probably from being squished a lot of ways and a lot of times. And there were papers sticking out in a weird way that made you think they weren't even attached to the book anymore. They were just smashed between other pages to keep them in place. But the thing you noticed the most were the colors, tan with dark brown lines. It was the paper from the airplane. Yeah, but he don't know our name. Chu flipped open the book, tapped in a slow considering rhythm at the front page with the back of his knuckles, and he said what you wanted to know without you having to do anything. That's my special paper with my notes in it. But it's not in my notebook. It was in your pocket. You must have done the thing. That sleight of hand. Sleight of hand. That's what you did to snatch my stuff in the blink of an eye while I was standing right there. So you are a magician or a pickpocket. That's all it could be. He shifted on his feet, putting one hand on his hip and using the other to make a wagging gesture with the notebook. Chu is really confident with the accusation against you. Can you show me how to do it? I'm just gonna stand. Ooh, that feels good to stand. He doesn't know our name, ergo his parent and or parents know our name. How much does one sheet of stationery cost in New England anyway? Who knows? But probably expensive. It sounds fancy. But that wavy motion Chu did was too much for the old notebook. It bent in half upwards and downwards with the momentum of its owner's arm. Some of the paper slid out. They drifted to the ground lightly, the same way leaves fall from the trees. You stared right at them, sitting there freely like that. Chu didn't. You lost it, Chu. You're right. I don't know how that paper disappeared from you. Maybe you dropped a paper and someone picked it up. I've already showed you my trick. You didn't notice, but look at the ground. You dramatically flicked your fingers at the ground. He wanted you to show him so you would. I've already maybe you dropped the paper. I'm gonna be the rational one here. Nah, I never lose things. He said it proudly, still not paying attention to the papers cluttered around his feet. They were pretty much just waiting to blow away in the wind at this point. There are papers on the ground right now, you know. I think you might want to look down. You never lose things? You've already lost more papers. You jerked a finger right at the papers. You wanted to tell Chu about the papers, but were too shy. You hoped Chu never noticed what happened. It'd be funny. It'd be what he deserved. There are papers. You've already lost papers. Chu's eyes widened. He lifted the notebook over his head and twisted his feet outward, more to fully clear his view of the grass below. Finally, he spotted the missing pages. Whoa, thanks. You're telling me he didn't notice? In the middle of talking, he dropped his knees to scoop up the loose papers. It only took a second for each one to be gathered. He leaned off his knees onto his butt and made a little oof sound. From there, he got his feet against the ground while pushing up with his hands, still clutching the papers so he could stand again. With that successful rescue mission done, Chu delicately flipped through the notebook, inserting the loose papers along the way between different pages. He went all the way to the end. Then Chu's complete book was pressed shut once more. Hey, that really helped, Dominic. A beaming smile directed right into your face almost had you covering your eyes, but before that happened, he looked away. Chu twisted to the side to better rummage inside the hidden pocket of his jacket. He made super sure that the entire stack of papers made it back safely this time. You heard a sigh of relief. In an even swooping move, Chu tilted his head back over his shoulder to reveal his face again. The bright expression from before was completely gone. He had that smirk again. So, did you see that? I don't lose anything. Are you kidding? You lose stuff all the time. You just find it again sometimes. It was only because of me. Next time, I'm not going to tell you. Wait, there's 2 pages of choices. Wait, how long has there been 2 pages of choices? You're a real idiot. You broke into laughter. You annoyingly had to admit to you could only shake your head. Whatever. That's the edgy response. Chu's fun with your reaction came as a set of snickers. His cheeky mood drifted away once they were done. Well, in the first game, you could marry Kyra on page 2. Oh my god, I would be devastated if I just found that out. I would actually be devastated. Made that up just now, no idea. That would have been very devastating to find out later. Chu twisted to the side to better rummage inside the hidden pocket of his jacket. He made sure that the notebook made it back to its normal spot. When he tilted his face backwards toward you, he was quiet and thoughtful. This is very mysterious. My paper vanished and a brand new kid appeared in my backyard, all out of nowhere. I don't get it. I'm your neighbor. I moved into the middle house today. Oh, the new neighbors. That's right. That's you. It makes so much sense. Then Chu shook his head side to side, flopping dark brown strands of hair around and trying to sort out his thoughts. But if you're just my new neighbor, not a thief or sorcerer, how'd you know that was my paper? I didn't know. Not for sure. What? You were showing off... Wait, you were showing my notes off to everyone you saw in the world? Huh? You breathed in, let it out, then tried to explain the weird situation that didn't even make sense to you. I got here today with my mother. She's waiting for the real estate agent for 2 hours. So I had to go spend time doing something. I went down to the road and a paper airplane hit me in the shoulder and nobody was there. Chu nodded along, probably not getting everything you were talking about, but curious enough to keep listening. I picked it up and opened the plane and saw the stuff written on it. I thought the person throwing the plane was trying to give me a message, but I stopped thinking about that and went to explore all around the neighborhood. It's just that when I met you, I wanted to see if maybe you were the one who was trying to talk to me before after all. You'd went over the steps that led you to this point as best you could, and Chu joined in on the conversation. Joined in with the conclusion. Hi, Kale. What up? Not much. Just playing a cozy visual novel. How are you? If the big reveal of this game is that your main character is an origami creature, I will be very intrigued. I'm already pretty intrigued. I'm very intrigued to see what the other character's personality might be like. I got my wait, did you get a new PC? Ain't no way. What did you do with your old one? It wasn't me who made any airplane, but the page and things on it are mine. He put his hands on his hips as he thought hard about the info he'd learned from you. That means someone else somehow got a piece of paper from my notebook and used that to make the plane they chucked at you for some crazy reason? I guess so, but if you were the one who wrote that, how did you know my name? That was on the note. And what were those other words supposed to mean? Hello, go out, hide out, Dominic Zenin. It doesn't make sense. I hooked it up to the TV upstairs so everyone can use it to play games or watch stuff. Oh, dang, that sounds fun. I'll send Sam a pic if you want to see. Yeah, I want to see. Wait, it's like a whole ass new PC? What's your like video card and stuff? How are the specs looking? Chu cracked a smile and flicked out his arms to start his own explanation. Did you get a pic? I want to see.
I'm sending it to you.
Oh, okay. Oh, damn! What the hell? When did you get that? Did you get on a good deal or anything?
See the little donk walk in there? The emote.
Is that real?
Yeah, I think you can change the image.
It's like a digital image? Because it looks like a sticker in the photo. That's a digital image? Or like it's...
He said the donk walk moves, by the way, so yeah.
What? That's actually so sick!
Yeah, it's digital image.
That is actually so sick. That's cool. And that's cool now you guys have a PC to use by the TV. It's a GIF. I can put anything I want. Oh my gosh, you could do the Mika Blanky. But I like the donk walk though. The donk walk is perfect. That's really cool. OMG, I could. Yeah! That one, or do I have this one still? What was the little one called? I think Donkey Walk, but I don't think I have it here. Yeah, that's really cool. I need a new PC soon too.
Same.
And so does Sam. Yeah, we're struggling out here. Pretty good deal on parts of it for Cyber Monday, so I just went for it. Yeah, I'm sure there was some good deal. Honestly, yeah, it's a good idea that you got now because I don't know what your prices are gonna look like in the near future. Sam is in need, bro. That guy's PC is older than him. Yeah, I'm surprised, but I'm surprised because his PC runs better than mine. So I'm actually confused. I obviously am not good at taking care of PCs. That's just stuff I was gonna do. Counting 1, 2, 3 on his fingers, Chu listed off each part of the letter simply. Hello, say hi to people around, go out, visit the town or another neighborhood or whatever. Hideout means go to my hideout. Chu stopped the countdown to the to pat the sturdy wooden wall behind him with pride. Wait, no one redeemed second yet? Congrats, chat. Congrats. Oh, I'm hydrating. Thank you, thank you. Right here. Fine, I get it now. I like your hideout. That's stupid. That's so stupid. Your hideout is your own backyard. If that's a hideout, why would you tell me it's a hideout? I mean, it's weird that he would put hello for his list to go greet people. I would say you would put go greet people, but this guy's obviously, he thinks differently from us. Wow, I like your hideout. It's cool. I do too. Oh, right, yeah. For your name being there, my mom and dad told me. They talked about how people were moving in next door and there was going to be a kid my age, and that his name was Dominic Zenon. It was cool to me, so I wrote it down. That way I wouldn't forget. And then he forgot. You're such a scatterbrain. Wow, you're such a scatterbrain. I can't believe you forgot who I was after your parents told you everything. Thanks for trying to remember. That's a good one. Thanks for trying to remember, bro. You're welcome. I'll remember this time, definitely. But I'm gonna stick with you now. Whoever took my paper is still out there, and you were their target. Maybe you're not a sorcerer and thief. Sorry, maybe you're not a sorcerer or thief, but what if that paper airplane person is? We'll figure it all out when you won't have, and you won't have time to worry about anything. This is something I need to do on my own. You can come. I was gonna ask for that. Okay. Super. Do we have a plan? You stood up tall, accepting your now partner on this trip, and laid out the next part. Yeah, I know which way we should go now. We have to go back to the spot in the forest with 2 dirt paths. I know that place. It's right nearby. Let's do this. And so you started to walk along the autumn tree line now with your new partner in adventure. Chu came alongside you with bold, certain steps. You were going to find that paper airplane person. Soon you reached the head of the path. You were at the crossroad once more, but you'd brought back knowledge. That's my chub trap. He's taken over. And this new boy with you. So that's the one we were on. You used one half outstretched finger to point at the forest walking path, though you realized he probably didn't need you to do that. You bashfully tucked your hand around your back instead. Then, while twisting in place, you tried to keep going like nothing happened. And down there is the only road, but I haven't looked at that other way, on that side. You tried pointing again, directing his gaze to the second dirt imprint at this forked passage. With a tilt of his head, Chu grinned in agreement. That makes sense to me. Decision easily made. Your and his crunching footsteps started up again in unison, and still your journey continued. Maybe this is a good time for me to save. I wonder how long into the chapter I am. We'll save. So before we meet the next person, which I'm assuming that's what's gonna happen, I'm gonna end here because I'm kind of hungry. Oh, and I will make sure to do this Animal Crossing. This Animal Crossing tier list. And let's see. Let's see what's going on. I can't fight the hunger. Do do do. Alright, we are gonna raid Tanuki, who is doing... Well, I don't know what he's doing. He doesn't have a title for me. Where's his title? Oh, it moved. Wait, titles moved. Ah, Twitch, you can't change up on me like that. I'm so confused. Okay, he's doing Fire Emblem Heroes stuff. Trailer. Sword Shield DLC. And it looks like right now maybe Honkai Star Rail. Wait, is that Sword Shield? It doesn't look like it. But anyway. Raiding time. I'm hungry. Thank you guys for listening to this. I'm already really into this game. I mean, I really enjoyed the introduction and creating the character and stuff, so that was fun. And I'm excited to see who the rest of the characters are. Be kind to Mr. Tanuki. Kale, congrats on your PC. Have a good dinner. Thank you, Tom. Trap, thanks for having your breakfast with me. Enjoy the rest of your day.